YouTube, what's going on, man? Welcome back to the show. Hopefully everyone's having an amazing day, and I got an amazing video lined up for you. You need to just turn up the volume, kick up your feet, and pay attention to what's going on, because what we are about to go over is massive. Massive. Folks, I hope you understand we are weeks away from a potential XRP explosion. And I'm not talking rumors. I'm talking about hard, locked-in decision dates for multiple spot XRP ETFs. Think about it. Grayscale, Bitwise, Wisdom Tree, Franklin Templeton. These are billion-dollar giants stepping into XRP all at the exact same time. And if you've been paying attention, well, you know what happened when Bitcoin ETFs went live. Billions poured in overnight. Now imagine that same tidal wave hitting XRP, just like that. Just bam! What do you think is going to happen here? This could be the moment that everything changes. Not in years, but in days. The countdown is on. In this video, I'm breaking down why October, it's going to be the biggest month in XRP's history. What Ripple's secret government connection means for the future of the token, and exactly how this could set XRP up to dominate the entire cryptocurrency market. So you better buckle up, Buttercup, because if you miss this, you're going to be looking back and regret while the rest of us, we ride this wave to the freaking moon. So up first, you see it on your screen, the big old decision dates. I mean, look at this lineup. It's basically XRP's version of March Madness. I know you love your March Madness. I love March Madness. Vegas in March for March Madness. It's the craziest thing you've ever been a part of. If you've never been, you need to go. When XRP moons, that's a perfect party to throw. Vegas Madness. We get it all into one. October 18th, 19th, 20th, 23rd, and the 25th. Can someone say boom, baby? Folks, it's just one after another, decision after decision after decision. And then November 14th, Franklin Templeton, they close it out. That's like the ninth inning. You're bringing in your closer, just like my boy Edwin Diaz on the Mets closing out the games. This is historic, right? Look, we're not talking about some random altcoin getting listed on some shady exchange where everyone goes nuts. We're talking about XRP being packaged, regulated, and sold as an ETF product to Wall Street money, pension funds, institutions, retirement accounts, you know, the big boys. And here's the kicker. The SEC, they've already taken its beating in court against Ripple. The groundwork has been laid. XRP has legal clarity, something that Bitcoin didn't ever have during its ETF approvals. This means that the SEC, they don't have the same excuses to drag this out, and they can't drag it out. This is it, the deadline. It's a yes or a no. And if they say no, they better have a heck of a reason as to why. So just so you understand how big this is, BlackRock's Bitcoin ETF got approved. Bitcoin's market cap exploded, right? By hundreds of billions within weeks. XRP with a market cap sitting around, I don't know, a fraction of Bitcoin's doesn't need the same money inflow to completely skyrocket. The setup that we are looking at here is absolutely insane. Then we get over to this, Rex Osprey. You probably heard that name because they kicked off an XRP ETF through that little loophole to get it going instead of waiting for the SEC. Well, guess what? They just purchased over 76,000 Solana, worth over $15 million. Now, why am I talking about this? Because check this out, folks. We move over to this, right? This company right here that you see on your screen, this little NASDAQ company, they just quietly became the biggest public holder of Solana. And the numbers, they are straight up insane. I want to scroll to the bottom here. I'm going to link this website down below. You got to check this out, okay? They release all their financial earnings reports, their filings you can see about the company, but you can see down here, right? You can see the ticker that they're listed on NASDAQ. You can see the price, but they're sitting on over $2 million worth of SOL. That's about $447 million as of September. Their cost base is around $306 billion. That's already $142 million in unrealized gains. And here's the kicker. They're staking nearly all of it for about an 8% yield, which means they're raking in around $105,000 a day every single day. But they didn't stop there. because they locked in a deal with Alpha Exchange, giving them a royalty interest in platform revenue. And that could scale up as the usage grows. So now they got a Solana war chest and reoccurring upside in a trading platform. You got ETFs coming on Solana. And to top it all off, they just added in Arthur Hayes to their advisory committee. Love him or hate him, that is a major signal that playing offense in the crypto markets. Bottom line, folks, this is like the Michael Saylor playbook all over again, but instead of Bitcoin, it's Solana. And we know the institutions love Solana. And then Tom Lee, everyone loves good old Tom Lee, right? He's out there on CNBC and he's telling you exactly what I have been preaching to you for the past year. We are going to see a monster move within the next 3 months. And here's the beautiful thing. I see all the comments that you leave, and I appreciate the people out there that comment on the videos. If this extends into 2026, that is super bullish. It is just going even higher. That means the price targets that we set on all these assets, they're going to get blown out of the water. Listen.
Second is monetary liquidity sensitivity, global central banks easing. That's Bitcoin and Ethereum, and seasonally strong. I think they could make a monster move in the next 3 months, like huge. The second is monetary.
So you heard him there. You heard Tom Lee. Look, just to be crystal clear on this, we're going up in Q4. If the bull run does not end in Q4 and you don't want the bull run to end, I want to be crystal clear. You want an extension into 2026. The longer we run, the higher the prices go on your assets. Don't confuse that, because a lot of people think if it comes to an end in 2025, or, you know, we just have 3 months of running, that's good. Well, yeah, it's good, but you want it to go longer. The longer we go, the higher the prices fly, folks. And hey, by the way, if you're loving this breakdown and you want more updates and some behind the scenes footage, go check out my Instagram page. It's brand new. It's all linked down below. Trust me, you're going to want to be plugged in to where these ETF decisions start to roll in. And if you haven't booked your one-on-one call, go get it booked. I'm looking to add crypto payments in. I've heard all of you. I'm trying to get crypto payments in. Right now, it's just your traditional Stripe and PayPal. But book your call with me. We sit down for an hour. We go through everything. We break through we go through your portfolio. We look at it. We talk about it. We talk exit strategies. We talk OTC. Because if you think you're going to the exchange and you're going to liquidate $500,000, $250,000, right onto a public order book, yeah, you got something coming, folks. Doesn't work like that. My man Crypto Insight put this out. Let's talk about it, because everyone's freaking out over the prices right now. Well, if you've been following me and been listening to the videos and been tuned in to the other channel, the Bullwinkle Blueprint, folks, you would know we expected this. You would know that we called this. We talk about this all the time. You would be very well prepared for this. But here's what he says. He's like, if we hold higher lows here, okay, on the XRP to Ethereum chart, he believes the next push up for XRP would be the one that takes us for a more explosive breakout. Let me talk to you about something real quick. Do you know what manipulation is? Do you know what that word means? I asked Grok, okay, what is manipulation? Here we go. Manipulation is the act of influencing or controlling someone or something to achieve a specific outcome, often through deceptive, indirect, or unfair tactics. It can involve psychological strategies like guilt tripping, gaslighting, or exploiting emotions to sway decisions or behavior, typically for the manipulator's benefit, without regard for the other's well-being. Why am I asking you if you know what manipulation means and bringing up manipulation? It's very simple, folks. When you have all of these ETFs coming on XRP in a matter of weeks, and you see price going down, that is what we call manipulation. They are manipulating the price. They are messing with your mind. They want you out of these markets. I talk about this a lot on my live streams, on YouTube, on Twitter. I always bring this up. Ask yourself a very simple question here. If we are about to see a flood of institutional money from some of the biggest asset managers out there come into XRP, why in the bleep would the price be going down? Ask yourself that question. The answer is very simple. The price should not be going down, everyone. That is the answer to it. No, these ETFs are not priced in. Why are they not priced in? Because the spot ETF buys XRP based upon the demand. How much money is coming into it, and then they purchase the spot XRP for these ETFs. We know what's going on here. You know what's going on, and I know what's going on. Now let's talk about this. This is where it gets interesting. While everyone is looking and all, hung up on Ripple and the XRP ETF, Ripple is moving behind the scenes at the highest levels of government. Earlier this week, Ripple sat down in Downing Street during President Trump's UK state visit with a roundtable that included both US and UK officials, plus heavy hitters from the financial and crypto world. What came out of that? The Transatlantic Task Force for Markets of the Future. Now, Ripple put out a press release. We're going to go through that in a second. That's a very fancy name. I get it. But what does it really mean? It's simple. The US and the UK are teaming up on digital assets, stablecoins, tokenization, and cross-border payments. Who do you think is perfectly positioned to lead that? Ripple. Who is sitting in the room? Ripple. They're US headquartered. They have a massive presence in London, already partnered with financial institutions worldwide and governments, and they are bridging between both markets, folks. Think about this for a second, all right? If the US and the UK align on crypto regulations, that sets the template for the rest of the world. Ripple is in the room shaping those rules. XRP isn't just another token. It's being positioned as the infrastructure of the new financial system. So when you connect the dots, ETFs give institutional money access to XRP, governments working directly with Ripple, and the global financial rails shifting towards blockchain. It's being positioned as the infrastructure of the new financial system. Now, from this article, we can see right here, it states this is a significant milestone. The UK has a strong history of supporting multilateralism and has an opportunity to lead not just with its domestic policies, but in driving international cooperation with other leading jurisdictions, such as the US. It states that the task force is expected to deliver recommendations within 180 days via the UK-US Financial Regulatory Working Group, providing a clear timeline for progress. It states that blockchain technology, it's global, and by its nature transcends borders. There is a huge opportunity for closer cooperation between the US and the UK on digital assets. The new Transatlantic Task Force represents the first such agreement in our industry globally and has the potential to set a template for international crypto cooperation. And this is according to the Bank of International Settlements, the good old BIS. 91% of central banks surveyed are now exploring digital currencies or stablecoins, underscoring the urgency of cross-border regulatory frameworks that avoid fragmentation. It goes on to state that the UK can benefit from the second mover advantage, taking learnings from other jurisdictions such as the US that have already put in place regulations, everyone. So let's wrap this all up. October 2025 isn't just another month on the crypto calendar. It's XRP's biggest moment in history. We got XRP ETFs lined up back to back to back like dominoes. We got Ripple shaking hands with governments at the highest level and a global task force being built around the exact problems XRP was designed to solve. If you're bullish on XRP and you are ready for the next chapter, smash that like button, drop a comment with your price prediction, and subscribe so you don't miss the update as these ETF decisions go live.